You're listening to Sip and Grow the podcast, the show where we taste awesome, delicious wines while having unfiltered conversations about our passions, experiences, struggles, entrepreneurship, and life. My name is Nicole Di Pasquale, and I'm a wine enthusiast just trying to pursue her passions and dreams while taking you on the journey with me, one episode at a time. My ultimate goal is to not only bring you wine knowledge and value, but also inspire you to enjoy your process and journey in pursuing your passions and dreams. Because guess what? The person you become while enduring the process is more important. So sit back, grab a glass, and let's sip and grow together. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Sip and Grow the podcast. I had to quickly pause because it was sprinkling, raining, and I just took my computer in, prayed to Jesus, and now we're back, we're here. And if it rains, when it rains it pours, you know what I mean? But it's not gonna rain because we're doing this episode and it's very important to bring it to you guys. But anyways, what I have prepared for you guys today is a blend from Argentina. It's from Mendoza, Argentina, located in a place called Gualtayari, which is also located in Valle de Uco. So I am excited. This wine is called Ben Marco, and it's a 2020 vintage, but this is basically a line of wine from the brand called Susana Balbo. So Susana Balbo is like one of the top producers in Argentina. She actually is she just got an award for like the Hall of Fame in Decanter, as like one of the women trailblazers as like a woman winemaker for 2024 basically. And I personally love her wines. Like any wine I've tried from her is phenomenal. And this one specifically is 85% Malbec and 15% Cabernet Franc. The rain is back, but we're gonna keep going because that is what we do. I'm gonna put my notebook under here though, so that it doesn't get soaked. But I'm excited for this one because the viticulturist, which a viticulturist is basically someone who manages the vineyards, and so they do grape management, vineyard management, and basically make sure that the vines are doing what they need to do to have the best grapes you can possibly have wherever you're cultivating the grapes. His name is Edgardo del Popolo. We're gonna call him Eddie because his name is a lot, but they do call him Eddie. That was his nickname in the article that I read about him. But basically he is someone who does low intervention winemaking. So low intervention winemaking is basically when you kind of just let the wine do its thing and you don't really add anything to the wine. So like there's no additives, and you just kind of go with the flow of whatever the wine wants to do during the entire winemaking process. And that could be like using native yeast versus added artificial yeast, or you don't add anything to it, or you don't filter the wine, which not filtering, like usually where I worked, they did low intervention style as well. Personally, it's one of my favorite things or favorite types of wines to look for, because again, you're just sticking to the natural process, or sticking as close to the natural process of making wine as possible. Because I do think there's like a happy medium. So like if you do need to add certain things to help the wine thrive, I don't think it's a bad thing personally. But I don't agree with like adding like sugar or adding like things that aren't necessarily really good for you. I just feel like if you add something to kind of support the process or help it thrive, I think that's fine. which one of the things would be like sulfur dioxide, right? So SO2 is important in certain situations because it helps preserve the wine. And like there are so many critical points during the winemaking process where like something can go wrong, because during fermentation you're literally monitoring it like if it's a baby, because those 7 days of fermentation, or however long it takes, sometimes it's 7 days, sometimes it might be a little longer, a little shorter, but it's so crucial that like you need to make sure the temperature is where it needs to be, that the yeast are doing its thing and like are healthy and they're thriving and they're not starving, just to kind of get through fermentation. And like sometimes you might need to add some SO2 to kind of slow down the process if you want to slow it down, or if you feel like it's not being preserved or it's about to like oxidize. There's so many things, but like I think adding SO2 isn't necessarily a bad thing. And usually like there is some, so in white wines and rosés, they tend to have more, like if you add sulfur dioxide to it, they tend to have a little bit more present in there versus red wines, because when you make white or rosé like wines, you basically take the skins, like it doesn't have skin contact during the process, the winemaking process. So usually the skins contain like natural antioxidants in it, and because you're taking away or stripping away the skins from having contact with the juice that is being fermented into wine, basically, you might not have as much protection, or you might not be able to like use those like you won't be able to use the natural antioxidants that are present in the skins during that process. So that's like where sulfur comes in, and like you might have to add a little bit more to kind of help preserve, or protect the wine and its integrity during the process. Versus red wine tends to be left in skin contact, which usually they have less. We're gonna wait till this plane passes because it was like rudely interrupting my thought. But basically, since red wines tend to be left with the skins most of the time, they can use a lot of those like natural antioxidants that the skins already have. So you might not have to add as much sulfur to it as other wines, or not other wines, white or rosé wines. So I love that they use low intervention winemaking during their winemaking process. And another thing too is like you probably won't filter the wine, which is fine. Like usually if a winemaker filters the wine, it's because they want to make it less cloudy than what it is. But if you have a low intervention wine that you buy from like a certain producer, because that's the process that they do, you might see that it might be a little bit more cloudy, or you might have some remaining sediments in there, but it's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna do anything to you. It just might not look as pretty, but it's sticking as natural to the winemaking process as possible. So let's go ahead and open this up. I think this wine is gonna be delicious, to be honest, because like I said, anything from Susana Balbo, I really have enjoyed. And this one cost me $30. It has a little sticker on here. Oh no. Did I? Oh, I think my dad took it off. Yeah, I think my dad took it off. But this one was $29.99 at Milano's in Tamarack, Florida. If you're located in Florida, you can find it at Milano's. It's like a cafe, like an Argentinian cafe bakery situation. And I actually fell in love. They have really cool wines from Argentina there. But it was funny because when I bought the wine, I was like, okay, cool. Like this is mid-range price, whatever. But I don't care, because like if it's good, I don't think $30 is terrible for a wine, especially if it's like good quality. But when I looked it up online, I saw that this wine tends to be between $35 to $45 in other places, and I was like, well, we gotta steal, my friends. We gotta steal. I will link it in my show notes. I'll try to find like the cheapest price online, but if not, if you're local, go to Tamarack, Florida, Milano's. You can get it for $30. Anyways, let's go ahead and try this wine. I'm really excited because it has like a deep ruby red color to it, which we love that. Let's go ahead and smell it. Ooh, I'm smelling like vanilla, leather, pepper. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna love this wine. Again, it's 85% Malbec, 15% Cabernet Franc, which Malbec, you guys know, it's one of my favorite grape varietals. Let's go ahead and try it. Oh my gosh. So immediately it's like velvety and silky on the texture, which I love. It goes down very smoothly. The tannins are present. I would say it's heavy on like the black fruit notes. So like blackberry, blueberry for sure is present. I'm almost getting like, since it's like velvety and silky, it has like a chocolatey flavor to it. Not flavor, but like it's like silky, like if it was like dark chocolate. So I would say dark chocolate notes for sure. And like almost like hints of cacao as well. But I would say it's overall it's strong on the black fruit notes. It's silky and velvety on the texture, and it goes down smoothly. It's medium bodied. Overall, I think it's a solid blend. If you're a huge Malbec fan, I think you would really enjoy this wine. I really, really like it. My rating for this one is a 9 out of 10. Like, I'm not even gonna hesitate to say that because I would buy this wine again and drink it. Oh my god, this is phenomenal. Like, I'm gonna add this to like my list of like wines to buy to just enjoy and sip on a random night. But overall, 9 out of 10 is my rating. Let me know if you guys buy it and try it. I would love to hear your review on it. But I definitely will be finishing this tonight with dinner, which we're doing asado, and I'm so excited. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you're able to try it. And I will finish it with the family at dinner time. But I hope you drink your wine tonight, and I will see you all on the next one. Cheers.